everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room with you today creating a card using prized peony. This is one of my December 2020 club cards that we're going to do. So this is the first card, and it's kind of a fun fold. Isn't that pretty? So I've done these cards a lot of die cutting with very little stamping because some of you don't have the stamp set. So the only stamping is a sentiment, and you can use that, use anything. And then I stamped a couple of the floral images on the inside and on the envelope, but any image you have will work. So I've done a lot of the die cutting. Well, actually I've done all the die cutting for you. So the videos are going to be short and sweet. So there's no inside piece because we have just a die cut for the inside. So you have an 11 by 4¼ inch piece of gray granite that is folded in half, and then there's a score line at 2 3/4, and you just fold that back like that, and then use your bone folder to make it nice and crisp. Okay, so then we have a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of Peony Garden designer paper that will go on the inside. And then there's a piece that is 2½ by 4 that is going to fit on the front. Now some of you have this pattern and some of you have this pattern. Excuse me. Okay, then I took a 4 1/4 by 5 inch piece of vellum, and I cut out the 4 pieces for the peony. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then two pieces of sea foam, 2 inches by 3 inches, soft sea foam, and I cut out. I gave you each 6 leaves, but I only used 5 on my card. And then a piece of petal pink, 1½ by 1½ to die cut the center. A piece of whisper white that was 1 1/4 by 4 with adhesive sheet on the back to cut all these little pieces that coordinate with the leaves. Now, I'm missing one in my kit, which hopefully means that one of you got an extra one. But it doesn't matter because I gave you 6 leaves and hopefully 6 pieces to go on the front. And then there was a piece of whisper white that's 5/8 by 2½, and that's going to be for the sentiment. And then 2 pieces, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I used one of the Hippo and Friends dies to cut this out. We're going to use some champagne rhinestones, and I'm going to use the Banner's Pick-a-Punch to do the edges, which I forgot to get. But you can flag your ends or you can just leave them. So this is the Banner's Pick-a-Punch. I just ordered it. One of my customers and one of our club members, Maria, said to me one day, "So, what is this Banner's Pick-a-Punch thing?" I had no idea what she was talking about because I had never even looked at it. There you go. So thanks, Maria. I now own it. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of text or contouring the leaves just because I want them to have a little bit of lift in them. I don't want them to be flat. So that's the very outside piece. This is the next piece, and I'm just, oops, I want to do it backwards. I'm just doing it right at the top. And you know the top is the top because of the way this points. This points down to the bottom because it kind of looks the same on both sides. And then this is the third one, and see, it's got that pointy thing, so it's pointing at the bottom. And then this one, this is the top one, and there's that pointy thing again. So that is pointing at the bottom. So it's just this little tiny piece up here that you're going to see. Now I've discovered that these go together really good with glue dots. I'm just going to get mine out and ready. So it doesn't matter whether you start with the little one first and then the big one, but I did find it difficult, not difficult, kind of challenging to get the center in after I put the flower together because I put a glue dot on it. So I'm going to put it in first, but first of all I'm going to use my Wink of Stella and give the stamens a little bit of bling, because it's easier to do it before you put it in. There. Now if you want, you can take your Wink of Stella and just kind of do around the edges here a little bit too before you put the flower together, and that just gives the edges a little bit of bling. And I'm not really worrying about where it's going because it's going to look pretty no matter what, but I am making sure I'm on the front. And you can tell the front from the back because of the front has the nice rounded edges and the back is just ugly. Okay, a little bit on here. Okay, we're winky-eyed. Put that away. Now this is going to fit down in here like that. So I'm going to take my pokey tool and just hold that in place and slide the glue dot underneath there so that it holds it in place. And most of that's going to be covered anyways. And then slip this one inside here like that, and then turn it over and line up the dipsy doodles at the bottom like that. And when you get them lined up, hold them in place. Come on. Something is catching on something here. I don't know what it is. There we are. Okay, so just put your fingers in there and line them all up. Hold them in place and grab a glue dot and just put it there. There we are. And now those three are all together. So now take this one and do the same thing. Just slide it down in there. Line your dipsy doodles up. Hold them in place. Put a glue dot in there. And another one on here. And then take your last one, slide it in, and see that covers all that up. And then we're going to do the glue dots again. And we're going to put the leaves over top of this, so it doesn't matter where you put the, well, it does matter, like, you know, when your glue dot's way off in the middle, but if you keep them down towards the bottom, you're going to cover it all up with your leaves anyways. Okay, so that doesn't take too long to put together, and look at the bling on there. Isn't that pretty with the edges like that? Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, lay out my leaves, because with me missing one, I've got to figure out which ones belong to which one. So they line up really good with each other. Like this. And Apparently it's one of the little ones I've lost, which is sad because I like the little ones. But we're missing a piece, so it's not getting used. There we go. So that's going to go on there. Now these have adhesive on the back. So just take the adhesive off and line the bottom up and line the edges up. Oh, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I hope nobody phones me, because I will be ignoring them. And we'll do the same on this one. It was a challenge to come up with cards that we could do without having the bundle. So I've created a private Facebook group for us for just the club. It's going to be, I'm trying to remember to put special stuff in there. So right now there's a contest happening. You need to go to our Facebook group and find out what that contest is, because you could get your mini catalog early. I have one to give away. Yep, the rest of you will get it in the middle of December, but this will give one club member a little bit of extra reading this week. Or next week, depending on whether you live locally or out of town. That was my alarm. It's 3:30 and it's my alarm to go out for a walk. You would think I would turn that off before I started my videos. Oh well. Guess my walk will be late today. That's why I have an alarm, because I get in here in my craft room and completely forget. And there's the phone ringing. Thank you. Okay, we got those pieces done. So let's stamp our sentiment in gray granite. So the card base is gray granite, and I like it because it's a gray, but it's a warm gray. So it's got some pinky undertones to it. And I'll just stamp, probably not doing it where you can see it, right? There we go. Now, to use this punch, I want to use it this side, which is the indent side, but to use these pick-a-punches, sometimes it's a bit difficult to get things lined up, because you kind of want to center it in there. And sometimes it just does not cooperate. There we are. There's one side. Well, that didn't get done properly. Yeah, that's probably why. The issue is that I've cut this too narrow to fit in either of the gauges. So I'm trying to do it kind of sneakily, and it's not cooperating very well. Okay. We're going to go with it. If it's straight, it's straight. If it's not, it's not. Oh, look, I did it crooked, but it's equally crooked on both sides. So there you go. Just going to give this a bit of a trim. There we are. Okay. We'll put this on first. once I find my adhesive, because I forgot to get that out. My Stampin' Seal going here. I don't think there is a up and a down to this paper. I think that the flowers are kind of equally each way. So that's on there. And then this piece goes on the front. Now you could also use the gray granite side if you want. This paper is so pretty. I did my December fun fold using this Sweet 2. Wait, got to get it on the right piece, this piece. And now I can't do the December fun fold in December because we're shut down, so January. Okay, so now we're going to take this. Now these dies you can use many different ways. You can use it with the pointy up, or you can do with the 2 pointies up. It's completely up to you. This one I used with the pointy up because I like how that humps there and that humps there. So I'm going to do that. So we're going to build this right on here. Put the flower on. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of the little leaves, 5. So kind of, this will be under here, of course, like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to put them right on the top. So those will be like that. So I'm going to get my glue dots again because I'm really enjoying putting everything together with these glue dots. Put a glue dot on there, and then it's going to go in here. I haven't pushed it yet though, because I want to kind of keep an eye on where it's going. It's not down in there far enough yet. Come on. I still haven't pushed. And that's going to go there. And then, oops, this one goes on the back. And that one goes on the back. There we are. I'm going to push that. I like where everything is. So I push it down. Oops. Apparently it's stuck to the paper, not to my flower. So I'm just going to lift it up and put some glue dots in underneath there. So it sticks to the flower. And one down under here. Now I have to lift this up because I haven't put any adhesive on the back of the flower yet. Okay. Stick a couple of glue dots back here. Well, maybe not. Come on, get in there. Huh, somebody messaged me. See what happens when I don't turn my phone off? There we go. I just have one more to put on here. There we go. I get my Stampin' Seal Plus out, and we'll put some adhesive on the back of the flower to hold it down. Now I'm just putting it on the bottom of the flower though. Well, maybe I'll put a little bit up there. There we go. Okay, so now I'll get the label where I want it. And you want to have room still to put your sentiment on there, and I want this to be on here crooked. There we go. Now, to put this on here, you're only going to put adhesive on half because this has to be able to lift up. So, let's see, that's the top and that's the bottom. So I want adhesive only on this side of it. Come on. Oops. Come on. Don't put adhesive where it doesn't go. We'll be in trouble. Glue my card shut. Okay, then I put this on here like this. Put it down. There we are. No adhesive showing through. Yay. And the sentiment. Didn't get my what are these things called? Dimensionals out. And why use 2 dimensionals when 5 or 6 is better? Okay, take the liners off them. Put it here. There we go. Now, have to put this one inside. So I haven't got a clean dirty paper yet. Guess I should do that. Get the floral image, and this is Petal Pink ink, and I'm just going to stamp a couple on the bottom and on the envelope while we're here. Okay, this is going right in the garbage, so I have to get a clean piece out. And I put a G on here because I cut myself an extra sentiment piece just in case I screwed the first one up. This is going on the inside now. Now there's a bit of a trick to it, because you kind of want to line it up. See, where's my bottom? That's my bottom. You want to line it up, but you want to line it up just slightly inside that, so that when it's sitting resting, it isn't like this. It kind of covers most of it. And I'm hoping that that will do. But of course it's all sticking to my fingers. So like that. And then just close your card on it. Like that. And then when you turn it over, ta-da! And there it is. So, that's all there is to the first card. Well, first card. It's the first one I've videoed. I think this is the first one we'll do. I'm not sure yet. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the card. And thank you for being part of my club. I'll be back. Oh, I knew there was something I missed. The bling. Oh my goodness. Put the bling on, woman. Put the bling on. These are champagne rhinestones. There. Done. Now we're done. pick that plastic up and garbage it before I lose track of it. There we are. So, thanks for watching. I hope you have fun making your card. Stamp and smiles, and bye for now.